Yeah.
I think it's obvious we're going to win it all. I think it's clear. No question.
Dan,
Yeah,
they're going to win it all.
I think you're excited enough about Northwestern for all of us.
Well, no, they're going to. Not only are they going, Dan, they're going to win it all.
When
you fill out your bracket, because I'm
I've
sure
already filled it out.
Well, how many brackets did you?
I've just filled out one because you only need to fill out one perfect bracket.
Oh, and the chance of you winning 1 in 9.2 quintillion.
Something like that.
Yeah. Don't make me do math on Monday.
So I like my odds, is what I'm saying.
A quintillion. Right?
So Northwestern will lose in the first. Will beat Vanderbilt in the first round, and then they will get destroyed by Gonzaga in the second round. Unfortunately, they face a number 1 seed in the second round. Were they to get by Vandy, which I think they will. All Vandy can do is shoot the 3. I think Northwestern's got more than that. Vandy shouldn't even be in the tournament. A 15 loss at large team.
Right? How did they get in? Was it cash? Was it a bag of cash?
I'll tell you what.
A brown bag?
Tells you how bad Iowa is.
I know. We're not even. Maybe the NIT?
Yeah.
Maybe.
That's where the real action's
Yeah,
at.
but President Trump, unlike presidents before him, is not filling out a bracket. Remember how President Obama would have the detailed bracket and the big cardboard out there?
Yeah. I think we all
show.
remember. And so the fact that we don't have a charlatan president taking Air Force One to Bristol to feign coolness and sports knowledge by filling out a bracket, that is a positive development. I'm very happy about that. Here's the other thing about the difference in the president with respect to this.
Mm-hmm.
He sent the message to ESPN formally that he's not interested. Yeah.
But they're still knocking at his door saying, hey, there's still time. I mean, the first round is tomorrow.
I would have liked to see him fill out a bracket. I think when you look at the president taking time to do that, it makes him look more human.
It humanizes the office of the president. I thought it was cool that there was a basketball fan, but I'm not going to force anybody to be a basketball fan. If the president is not a basketball fan, then do you really want to watch him fill out his bracket?
Right, exactly.
That's the thing. No, I'll take the later. I don't want him to sit there and fill it out.
That's Ernie Johnson.
Yeah, Ernie Johnson.
Ernie and Charles, they're fun of sorts. Don't go to them to consult on the image making of a president. Perhaps they have more serious matters to tend to, unlike President Obama did. Ernie and Sir Charles, not a role model. Here's this really, though, with Northwestern, this is the era of the Black Swan.
Oh.
So you've got the Cubs, you've got Trump. Now you've got Northwestern. I mean, all the walls are coming down except for the one on our southern border that's going up.
Oh, hey-oh.
Here's the other thing. It's not a March Madness.
Right.
Without the general weighing in.
Oh, did he comment about Northwestern?
No.
He didn't.
Bobby Knight was on with Dan Patrick.
Oh, boy.
On Dan Patrick's show last week.
Yeah.
And
did he throw a chair? Or he's over there?
He did not, but
Is he in a wheelchair?
He threw some invective, which nobody does like the general. He was asked about whether he'll ever return to campus.
Uh-huh.
Is Hoosierland calling? You've got to listen to this. This is another instant classic from the general, Bobby Knight.
Why do we want you to go back to Assembly Hall so bad? I know that might not be on your wish list or front burner here, but why do we, the fans, want closure with this, Coach?
Well, I think that I've always really enjoyed the fans, and I always will. On my dying day, I will think about how great the fans at Indiana were. And as far as the hierarchy at Indiana University at that time, I have absolutely no respect whatsoever for those people. And with that in mind, I have no interest in ever going back to that university.
Most of those people aren't all those people out of there, though, Coach?
I hope they're all dead.
Well, I know some of them are, but I don't know. I
hope the rest of them go.
There you go.
I'd like to still see you on that court with that 76 team or Isaiah's team. I don't know. Maybe we want closure. Maybe you don't need the closure. I don't know. But, I still hope for it one day.
Well, hope rides eternal.
Exactly. Hope rides eternal, just as does Bobby Knight's hope that every administrator that was there when he was fired is dead. Some are, Well, I hope the others go too. It's very matter of fact, very room temperature, but very clear.
Wow, that
The general's opinion.
he and Mike Dicker remind me a lot of each other. Both a little cantankerous, but they say it like it is.
I love Bobby Knight, and
hope rides eternal.
and he's right. Dings like Miles Brand,
Well, why did he?
who's no longer of this world. That's one of those who's passed on. They had no business removing Bobby Knight from Indiana.
It's like a hot, steaming cup of information to start your day. It's Chicago's Morning Answer on AM 560. The Answer.
That some are dead, but I want the others to die too.
You just let me know when they pass, okay? When they transition. Ooh, wow. We're going to transition into weather here because weather is a big deal today. We have a lot of flight delays, cancellations.
Stupid snow.
Snow. Yeah, that white thing. I came outside like, what is this? But it is slick out there, especially around the station. We're going to have anywhere from 1 to 4 inches. So the roads will be slippery. A high today of 33 degrees. Then tonight, it continues accumulating 1 to 2 more inches when it's all said and done by the end of Tuesday. In Cook County, we could have anywhere from 6 to 8 inches of snow. Wow. Let's go to a very busy man, the Alarm Detection Traffic Systems Chief Cook and Bottle Washer. Here is Jim Telemonte.
Well, good morning, Amy. Good morning, Dan. Amy, you mentioned the flight situation. The number of cancellations keeps growing. We're at about 411, actually. That's the number at O'Hare right now. 411 canceled flights, Midway at 91. And that number is likely to grow. Eden's outbound at Dundee. Got a crash with injuries reported. 2 right lanes are blocked. Northbound I-55. Traffic is at a standstill. From before US 30 to before Renwick Road, there's a crash blocking 2 left lanes. Got a crash with injuries in McHenry at Ringwood and Florence Boulevard. And slight delays now on the inbound Stevenson, Ryan, and Bishop Ford as usual. But speeds are reduced throughout the area due to the precipitation. Jim Talamonte in the Alarm Detection Systems Traffic Center.
Hey, 847-926-0700. Now, calling this number can bring thousands of extra dollars right to your wallet. It's the Art House Gallery, and it's back in Chicago. So do you have any jewelry, diamonds, gold, silver, or antiques? How about paintings, porcelain or Fabergé, maybe high-end pocket or wristwatches, Rolexes, Cartier, Tiffany, or Breitling? Well, if you do, call the Art House Gallery right now at 847-926-0700. Get cash for your valuables today. Meet in their office in Highland Park or in the privacy of your own home or bank. Now, the Art House Gallery makes it easy and convenient, professional and respectful. Your items and collectibles may be worth thousands in cash, paid directly to you. So gather up your jewelry, your diamonds, your gold, your antiques, paintings, high-end watches, and more, and call to schedule a meeting with the Art House Gallery. You'll be glad you did. So get cash for your valuables today. Call 847-926-0700. That's 847-926-0700 or online at chicagoarthousegallery.com.
Check out the Glock event this weekend at Point Blank Range and Gun Shop. All the latest Glock firearms will be featured and on sale this Friday through Sunday and only at Point Blank. Point Blank Range and Gun Shop offers a state-of-the-art indoor shooting range, an extensive inventory of firearms and ammo, and a supportive, knowledgeable team. The Glock event is this weekend at Point Blank Range and Gun Shop. Check out shootpointblank.com for all the Glock info. Some restrictions may apply.
Your business is growing, which means now you need to hire more people.
Oh, the searching.
The emails.
Where do we start?
ZipRecruiter. Whether you're looking to fill one position or 20, ZipRecruiter makes hiring simple. One click and your job is posted to over 200 job sites. Use ZipRecruiter's dashboard to easily screen and evaluate candidates and find the right hire fast. ZipRecruiter, the fastest way to hire. Now try ZipRecruiter free. Just click the banner now or go to ZipRecruiter.com/start now. That's ZipRecruiter.com/start now.
AM 560, The Answer. When you've got questions, he always has an answer. It's Sean Hannity, this afternoon at 2, right before Joe Walsh at 5 on AM 560, The Answer.
So can I take a little look-see at your bracket? Because I have a few, pools, what do you call them, that I could join into.
You want me to tell you what's going to happen?
Yeah.
I mean,
Let's
offer
do
you
this.
my prognostications.
Please.
All right, so...
the great prognosticator, Prof. Go.
Well, we'll see. I've been pretty good the last couple of years, but
Well, you have a chance of 1 in 9.2 quintillion to make it.
Well, that's the perfect
bracket.
But I mean, to win these pedestrian mortal pools.
But sometimes they're worth a lot of money.
Well, sure.
I mean, not that you gamble or
You don't have to
anything.
tell me.
All right, so what you got over there, big guy?
So here's what I've got. I'll just sum it up for you.
Well, I want to pull. I want to.
You want the whole thing? Well,
Yeah.
I'll have to pull that up and print
Because I
it
don't
off.
look brilliant in front of my children. It's all about looking cool in front of your kids.
National champion
Yes.
Gonzaga.
All right.
You got that? You got
Got
that
it.
down?
What about the Final Four?
I've got some counterintuitive picks in there. I've got
You and your big words. Just tell me which.
I've got Gonzaga, obviously.
Obviously. Thank you.
I've got a Villanova,
Okay.
the reigning champion.
Yes, I remember that shot from last year. Spectacular.
I have got. Are you ready?
Okay.
I've got a Louisville.
Really?
That's a 2 seed.
Okay.
And then I get a little loosey goosey when I go
Dan-
south.
Dan's going a little.
Let my hair
off
down a little bit.
reservation.
I have Cincinnati taking out North Carolina to go to the
Really?
Final Four
Really?
as well. Yes.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
What
So
about,
there you go.
Okay, I kind of need Elite Eight. Is that?
Oh my!
Diving- diving
why
too
don't
deep?
I just fill the whole thing out, going from 64 to 1, rather than pretending that you have filled anything out and we just go backwards. I need. I
need to make
I
it
need the
look
Sweet
like-
16 too. I need the round of 32.
Two.
Yeah. Okay. That's
All right. So
what
you
get.
have Gonzaga winning it all.
You get more points as you go along. So giving you the Final Four and the championship. I mean,
figure it out from
that's
there, I
that's a
guess.
lot. I mean, if you have individual, if you want me to pick some first round upsets for you.
Yes, please.
All right, this is fun in the first round, but it's kind of cotton candy for the
And tomorrow's
mind.
the first game already.
Yeah, it's the playing games.
Right, but still, it's. Ooh, we have a playoff game tomorrow too.
Well, no, I also have to fill out my 5th and 6th grade
Girls basketball.
Northwest side or North Side girls basketball bracket.
It's called the Big League Champs. Is the name?
Is
of our
that what
league.
it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course it is.
Okay, we're in the Final Four right now.
All right, so
All right.
in the East,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to want to take a hard look at ETSU over Florida, East Tennessee State.
ETSU. Okay. Over Florida. Got it.
That's a 13-4. You're going to want to take a hard look. Mike Scott's giving me the thumbs up. He's a basketball man.
Yeah.
He knows of what I speak. He speaks the vernacular.
Mike, do you speak? Mike's speaking. Mike's not up.
UNC Wilmington, it's a 12 seed
Yep.
over Virginia in the East as well. I got
Yep.
a 12-13 matchup in the first round
Yep.
in the East.
Yep.
All right, that checks out with Mike Scott.
All right.
Let's head west, shall we,
Please.
young man?
I'm taking copious notes because I am filling out my bracket with this information.
I think first of all, I worry a little bit about Notre Dame Princeton, but Notre Dame gets by Princeton, so don't take that bait. I already told you
Okay.
Northwestern's the higher seed,
Right.
8-9 seed. Those 8-9 games are tough, but Northwestern has too much for Vanderbilt.
Yeah, they'll beat Vanderbilt. You hope.
Florida State.
Mm-hmm.
You want to watch out for Florida State. They are overseeded.
All right.
So take a look at that.
Who's Florida State playing?
That's for you to find out.
Okay, fine.
You have to do a little bit of the work
Wow.
yourself.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting.
What do you think? What do you think, Mike?
I like that. I like Xavier, too.
Oh, yeah. Xavier beats Maryland.
Yep.
11-6. Yeah, that's
Maryland is hot right now.
good. Big Ten sucks.
Hey, watch your mouth.
Here's now we
We're
go.
both products of the Big Ten.
We go
so easy.
south. Well,
I mean, well.
you're lucky we still consider Iowa part of the Big Ten.
Hey,
We-
Harvard of the West.
We almost displaced you with Rutgers rather than just adding
No.
Rutgers.
No.
Uh,
Rutgers. What is Rutgers doing in the Big Ten?
in the South, this isn't even an upset.
Sick. Yes.
Wichita State, the 10 seed over Dayton. Wichita State is underseeded. They're just a straight up better team than Dayton.
They win 2 games, and then their head coach becomes the new head coach at the University of Illinois.
Who? Dayton's coach?
Oh, is that what
No,
you
Or Wichita
no,
State?
Wichita State.
Oh, is that
what-
official?
No, that's not official.
That's the Mike Scott insight.
That's the insider prediction.
Oh, well, that would be a vast improvement over John Gross.
It
Good
would.
grief.
I mean, look what Collins did for Northwestern's program.
Yeah, it's a similar move.
Yeah.
It's a
I mean, you have to
similar
wait a few years to build the program up, but then look, you can get in the big dance.
Although Chris Collins didn't have any head coaching experience.
No, he was.
was assistant at Duke, right? And
Yeah.
then-
Yeah, he was in K's hip pocket.
That's
for a
right.
while.
it's all right. He's performed. He's
let
done
me-
his job.
Let me tell you something
His
else.
job.
Tell you something else about the South. Don't fall in love with UCLA.
Okay.
That's a week 3 seed. But
is Steve Alford the head coach there?
Yes, they'll get by. They'll get by.
I have my
Kent
fun
State.
Steve Alford stories. Ooh.
Yeah.
Stay out of hot tub.
All right. So the other now, some people are picking Winthrop over Butler. I don't see it.
No.
I'm just saying what some people are doing. This is why I'm trying to address what other people are doing, so
I
not
get
to
it.
do that.
It's that 314, 413 trend that people fall in love with.
Oh, yeah, that thing.
Rhode Island, Creighton in the Midwest.
Creighton.
Some people think looking at the Rams, stick with Creighton.
Yeah, Creighton.
Creighton gets by.
See, I would just fill out with what my gut instinct is. Like right there, you said Creighton, and I'm like, Creighton. I love Creighton. So I'd fill in for Creighton.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
see
like
how
their
far your
mascot,
gut instinct takes you.
I really like their uniform, so I'm going to go for that. school.
I'm missing one of my other upset picks, I think. No.
Take a screenshot.
I considered the Wolfpack over the Cyclones.
Oh, did you?
I considered Nevada over Iowa State, but I went with Iowa State.
I think you were wrong on that one.
I don't think so.
I don't know. I like my bracket buster, Middle Tennessee State. They're back again this year. Same team, all seniors.
Nice.
Where's Middle Tennessee State?
Middle Tennessee State is taking on the Golden Gophers of Minnesota.
Oh, yeah.
right.
No, I've got them too as well. I've got them.
You've got them beating the Gophers?
Yeah, that's the other 12-5. That's the one I was looking for. Thank you, Mike Scott. But then, wait a second. No, I have, and then they lose to Butler though.
Yep.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Right.
All right.
Well, thanks.
All right, and just for that segment, for all of you listening and enduring that,
No, people care.
the help for your brackets, it's not a big deal, but we do expect 10% of your winnings.
You're listening to Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan Proft and Amy Jacobson on AM 560. The Answer.
If you save $500,000 in an IRA or 401k, you know it's not really $500,000, right? Because you still have to pay taxes on that money. But here's something that will shock you. Some people will pay through the nose in taxes when they withdraw money from their retirement accounts, while a smart and savvy few will legally pay far less. Could you potentially save thousands of dollars in taxes on your IRA or 401k and keep this money for yourself? Yes, you could. Learn how in a free report called 6 Ways to Tax-Free Income in Retirement from me, Tom Fortino, host of the Alpha Wealth Hour. The free report could save you tens of thousands of dollars. Call 630-873-6326. It's your choice. Pay the IRS or keep this money for yourself. Call 630-873-6326 or visit us on alphawealthgroup.com. That's alphawealthgroup.com.
Investment advisory services offered through Retirement Wealth Advisors, Inc.
This is the year. It's time to sell or buy your home. The realtor you choose should have experience and success. Hi, I'm John Wright of the Wright Real Estate Group. We've sold 1,100 homes in 142 towns and municipalities in Chicagoland. Chances are you know someone who has sold or purchased a home from the Wright Real Estate Group of Keller Williams. Let our success be your success when buying or selling a home. The Wright Real Estate Group doesn't rely on celebrity endorsements to sell your home. We rely on results. When you're ready to buy or sell a home, call me, John Wright, at 630-407-1641 or log on to WrightRealEstateGroup.com. Sell or buy a home through the Wright Real Estate Group and we'll donate $500 at closing to Food for the Poor to feed 10 children in your honor. Call 630-407-1641. The Wright Real Estate Group of Keller Williams. Moving at the speed of right.
You're the one that gets it done. The person your friends call to see if you can fix it. Brakes? No biggie. Shocks and struts? Simple and straightforward. The catalytic converter heat shield? Come on. If it has wheels, you can make it go. But not having the right part can bring your project to a screeching halt. Problem solved with MyPartsGarage.com. My Parts Garage is not a big box store that needs to wait to get a part in. My Parts Garage is the warehouse that sells wholesale to you. They own the inventory, so your part is always in stock. But wait, there's more. Like free shipping within 24 hours, in-state next-day delivery, or pick it up today at the warehouse. Plus, the customer service is seriously awesome. So the last thing you need to do is drive fast and furiously to find auto parts. With the average driver in Chicago commuting at least 24 miles per day, people are spending more hours in their car than they do at home. Drivers need you, the mechanic. You need MyPartsGarage.com. Lowest prices guaranteed.
AM 560, The Answer.
Coming up on Chicago's Morning Answer.
Jeff Sessions practicing on U.S. attorneys in preparation to replace Arnold on Celebrity Apprentice at 5:38.
And later, sometimes at Ancestry.com, the DNA test could backfire. We'll explain. But first, into the newsroom we go. Here's Mike Scott.
27 degrees, light snow showers here at 5:33 on AM 560, The Answer. And there are weather warnings up for a potential powerful nor'easter. Forecasters say will bring blizzard conditions, winds of 70 miles an hour and up to 12 inches of snow to parts of the Northeast this week, even Washington, D.C., expecting its first significant snow of the season. Now, you're going to see here in Chicago flights being canceled all day long at O'Hare and at Midway. While we're having some snow, most of the cancellations are due to the major storm out east, not our snow here. Today is the day the House Committee wants the Justice Department to provide evidence backing up President Trump's claim he was wiretapped during the 2016 presidential campaign. Senator John McCain.
The president has one of two choices, either retract or to provide the information that the American people deserve.
The House Intelligence Committee has given the Justice Department until the end of the day to turn over any evidence. The head of the Trump administration's Office of Management and Budget says the GOP health care bill is a good repeal and replace framework.
This is the framework. This is the bill the president has looked at and said, yes, this is work. This is what will work.
Nick Mulvaney was on ABC's This Week program. Dozens are dead after a bus crash in Haiti, up to 38 reportedly dead. Just 1 week after the start of spring, a California man due in federal court today on charges that he used good weather to climb over the White House fence. 26-year-old Jonathan Tran arrested on the South Lawn late Friday night. A suburban father is dead, reportedly shooting his two daughters, injuring his wife, and then turning the gun on himself. Randall Coughlin and his 16-year-old twin daughters were found shot dead in their condominium in St. Charles on Friday. Chicago sports. Corey Crawford, 42 saves, and the Blackhawks win over Minnesota. Celtics pound the Bulls. Northwestern into the NCAA tournament. They'll take on number 9 Vanderbilt in the opening round. The news service of ADT, the security leader for over 140 years. Trust ADT to protect your home, family, everything you care about. When you have ADT's security, it's more than a sign in your yard. It's a line in the sand. Visit ADT.com. 5:35 and a check of traffic and weather on the way next on AM 560.
Mike Gallagher delivers the numbers on why the Democrats are scrambling.
It's a stunning set of statistics. The grand total during Barack Obama's West Wing tenure, a net loss of 1,042 state and federal Democrat posts. The Democrats are in free fall.
The Mike Gallagher Show. Weekdays at 9, right before Dennis Prager at 11 on AM 560. The Answer.
Are you hiring? Join the over 3 million businesses that use Indeed.com for hiring. Post your next job opening on the world's #1 job site, Indeed.com.
The sounds of an accident. You or a loved one has been injured. Your mind is racing. What happened? Is everyone okay? What now?
I'm Dan Compton of Compton Law Group. We know that at a time like this, you want answers. More importantly, you want justice for what has taken place. If you or a loved one has been injured, please, before you sign something or talk to anyone, call Compton Law Group. This is our specialty, fighting for your rights, fighting for you, and making sure that justice is served. You can reach me at 847-742-6100. That's 847-742-6100. It's my job to make sure that you, your family, and your loved ones are protected and compensated properly. We handle nursing home accidents, car, truck, and motorcycle accidents, construction accidents, and medical malpractice.
When accidents happen, and they will happen, make sure you have Compton Law Group on your side. 847-742-6100 or online at ComptonLawGroup.net. When accidents happen, take the appropriate action with Compton Law Group, located in Elgin and serving all of Chicagoland.
5:37 and a check of the roads in our alarm detection systems traffic center. Here's Jim Talamonte.
Thanks, Mike. Eden's Expressway outbound at Dundee. 2 right lanes remain blocked after a crash. Kennedy inbound heavy Cumberland to Harlan. 22 minutes, O'Hare to downtown. Outbound 21. The Eisenhower's 32 minutes, Thorndale to the post office. Speeds are reduced due to the conditions throughout the area. Northbound I-55, stop and go Caton Farm before Renwick. Crash there cleared. And the Stevenson runs 40 minutes, 3:55 to Lakeshore Drive. Ryan, 18 minutes, 95th to downtown. Bishop Ward, 20 minutes, 80-94 to the Ryan. There's a jackknife semi reported Northwest Indiana on eastbound 94 at State Road 49. Northbound I-65 at 15th Avenue, a stall in the left lane. Traffic at the service of Westin Hotels and Resorts. Westin knows how disruptive travel can be to your well-being with rejuvenating heavenly beds, a nutritious superfoods RX menu, and gear lending. When you leave your workout gear at home, Westin will help you stay in control and rise above it all. Westin, let's rise. Learn more at westin.com. Traffic answers when you need them most. I'm Jim Talamonte on AM 560, The Answer.
Chicago's Morning Answer continues next. Your official Chicagoland weather forecast. From the aircomfort.com Weather Center, cold today, snow at times, 1 to 3 inches. Snow, roads will be slippery throughout the day, high 33. Cloudy, cold, snow, 1 to 2 more inches will accumulate. A couple of lake effect snow bands will probably dump about 6 inches on spots close to the lakefront, low 21. 28 at O'Hare, 27 along the lakefront. Next news at 6. Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan and Amy continues next on AM 560, The Answer.
This hourly segment is brought to you by Power Trading Radio. Heard Sundays at 2 p.m. Brought to you each week by Online Trading Academy.
You want more than just the headlines? Find out what's going on and what it means with me, Dennis Prager, this morning at 11, right here on AM 560, The Answer.
Good morning, Dan and Amy. So the Democrats are good at this. I mean, with the help of a complicit D.C. press corps, turning a non-event into
a catastrophic event.
Well, something that, has the whiff of scandal, at least in their mind, their argument. And so is the case with the announcement on Friday that Jeff Sessions was seeking the resignation of the 46 remaining Obama-appointed U.S. attorneys. One notable for his profile, that is Preet Bharara, who is the U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York. And
they describe him as the sheriff on Wall Street. He was on the cover of Time magazine. He's friends with Chuck Schumer, and he went to visit Donald Trump in November to make sure he could keep his job. Remember, this is what he told reporters on the way out of Trump Tower.
We had a good meeting. I said I would absolutely consider staying on. I agreed to stay on. I have already spoken to Senator Sessions.
But that didn't happen.
No, he's gone, and he decided he didn't want to take the stairs, so he got the window. He got fired. And so, of course, the hue and cry, and because in part Bharara's resume includes the prosecution of high-profile Democrats in the state of New York, both the House Speaker Sheldon Silver, as well as the Senate President of the New York General Assembly, in addition to the other white-collar criminals and Dinesh D'Souza. Don't forget that.
Oh, that's right. And if there was alleged wiretapping at Trump Tower, he would be in charge. Or he would not be in charge, but he would be. That's what ABC News and CNN were saying yesterday, that he would be helping out with that prosecution. If something illegal was going on there.
Potentially. Here's the deal, though. John Hindraker in Powerline had a good piece on this about it being time to clean house, talking about how politicized the Justice Department had been under President Obama, particularly the Office of the Civil Rights Division within DOJ. Chris Adams reporting at Instapundit's blog that Hindraker recounts an ideological hiring campaign took place during the Obama years where every single one of the lawyers hired into the Civil Rights Division was a committed leftist. When the DOJ Inspector General recommended that hiring criteria be changed to eliminate this perceived bias, then Assistant Attorney General Tom Perez rejected the recommendation. Yes, that Tom Perez, the new Democrat National Committee chairman. And he goes on in a good piece, you can get a Powerline blog, to recount some other instances of this politicization of the Justice Department. Not that we don't recall that from the top down with Eric Holder and Loretta Lynch, but I would say it goes back much further than that. You'll recall, and you please share this with your left-wing friends who are aghast at Jeff Sessions calling in all of the previous administration's appointees so that this administration can make their own appointees to the U.S. Attorney. By the way, that includes Zach Farden.
Right, Zach Farden here, the son-in guy. I call him that because his hair changed color so many times I never knew what color his hair was, but we should have known
U.S.
something.
Attorney for the Northern
Right.
District here in Chicago, the same position that Patrick Fitzgerald held. And frankly, he didn't make much of a footprint during his time.
No, but
in
he
that
had
office.
a press conference, too, 2 days ago, or 2 days before he got fired, so I'm sure they knew that this was coming. Obviously, I mean, people forget when President Clinton was here in 1993, he got rid of, 93?
Well, that's it.
And there's every president does this, but for some reason, this is just, it's during a time when key investigations are going on, and how could he do this?
Right. Of course, the conspiracy mongering.
You're
That's
right.
what I'm talking about. But in March of 93, Reno, you remember Janet Reno?
I'm Janet Reno.
Yeah. We'll forever remember Janet Reno as Will Ferrell doing Janet Reno. She dismissed 93 of the 94 U.S. attorneys, as you said,
Mhm.
twice as many, of course, as Sessions fired on Friday. And Andy McCarthy writes on this topic in National Review Online, a good piece as per usual. He suggests that we old-time federal prosecutors, he is one, prosecuted the first World Trade Center bombers in 93. We old-time federal prosecutors may yearn for the time when party affiliation of the U.S. attorney seemed irrelevant, when there was a reverence for the mission and the traditions of the Justice Department that transcended partisanship. But when Clinton purged his 93 in 93, that altered expectations forever. Once Clinton set the precedent, there was nary a peep when Bush replaced nearly all of Clinton's employees at the end of his first year. After taking office as Attorney General in 2009, Eric Holder explained that the newly elected Barack Obama would soon announce our first batch of U.S. attorneys to supplant Bush incumbents. In fact, Holder said, quote, elections matter. It's our intention to have the U.S. attorneys that are selected by President Obama in place as quickly as we can. And so Bush appointees were replaced, and now Trump and Sessions are replacing Obama appointees. So this is nothing new. You can argue whether this is judicious from a policy-making perspective, although I think you can make a pretty strong case that it is. But this is not new, and the precedent was set by the Clintons. The other thing, too, you'll recall the left's selective morality on this topic. This isn't the first time they've tried to manufacture a scandal where none exists.
Right. Well,
This was during George W. Bush's second term, you recall. He and Alberto Gonzalez, partly because of the way our friend Alberto Gonzalez handled it, it created a contretemps over the firing of 8 U.S. attorneys because they said it was for political reasons rather than just the discretion to have your own appointees to the U.S. Attorney's Office. That kind of blurred the lines in terms of the optics of how it was handled. But again, this is nothing new. And frankly, my hope with Zach Farden going is that we get a U.S. attorney like we haven't seen here before. Maybe somebody local. I mean, I think of somebody like a Faisal Khan.
Oh, yeah.
Former legislative inspector general. Now he's doing that Project 6. He was a legislative inspector general in New York City as well.
Oh, he'd be great.
And he's taking on and doing investigations on sitting members of the city council and other ne'er-do-wells in Chicago as part of his daily job right now. Boy, elevate that to prosecutorial discretion and go after some of the big fish. It's easy to pick off the $500, the alderman who takes the $500 bribe in an envelope. But Ed Burke gets a pass. Ed Madigan and Cullerton and all of these walking conflicts of interest who've amassed millions and millions and millions of dollars by leveraging their public position and who get very little scrutiny. I'd like to see some big game hunting where there is a legitimate basis for investigation by a U.S. attorney to clean up this culture of corruption, because Patrick Fitzgerald didn't do it, and obviously Daddy's little girl in the state attorney general's office ain't going to do it.
No, she's not going to do it. But this was, raised to a different level, I think, because of Twitter, because Preet tweeted out, I did not resign. Moments ago, I was fired. And then the first tweet that he tweeted after he got fired, by the way, now I know what the Moreland Commission must have felt like. What does he mean by that? The Moreland Commission was formed in 2013 to investigate corrupt politicians?
Yeah. And what he means by that is I have political ambitions, and I'm going to squeeze every ounce of PR and present myself for the D.C. press corps to have a feeding frenzy over me because I have political aspirations, and this sets me up nicely as the aggrieved Elliot Ness, who was kicked out of office by the Trump administration, but has come back to continue to fight for truth, justice, and the American way. That's what Bahara is doing. And again, I think his record, much like Patrick Fitzgerald's record, is a bit mixed. But he certainly pursued high-level politicians in New York State the way that we haven't really seen at the state level here. I mean, I know we've had governors go to jail, but I want to talk about the real powerful people running the state, and those aren't the governors of recent past.
I mean, they even have that show Billion, replicated on his life on HBO. Billions.
Yeah, where Paul Giamatti.
Showtime. Yeah.
Paul Giamatti essentially plays, Preet Bharara.
Right, but Preet Bharara, everyone was saying yesterday, he got fired because Chuck Schumer had asked Donald Trump keep him on, and Donald Trump said, yes, I will. And then when things got ugly between Chuck Schumer and President Trump, they decided to let him go.
Yeah, I mean, that's like, cloakroom gossip. It's pretty simple across the board. All the Obama appointees, you're gone because we're going to make our own appointments. Perhaps if Preet didn't make a spectacle of himself, he could have been reappointed. But we want to do it categorically to put our people in the same way previous presidents have done. And now Preet can play himself on Billions.
If you're talking about it, Dan and Amy are talking about it. It's Chicago's Morning Answer on AM 560. The Answer.
Did you hear that? You can drink a Twinkie. Dan will explain later. But first, here's your forecast. Today, it's going to be cold, obviously, and snow, something we're not used to. So a blast of winter here in our last week of winter. Anywhere from 1 to 3 inches today. So it's going to be slippery out there on the roadways, a high of 33. Tonight, the snow continues anywhere from 1 to 2 inches. And tomorrow, mostly cloudy, breezy. A couple of snow showers, so snow totals ranging anywhere from 6 to 8 inches. Let's get into the Alarm Detection Systems Traffic Center and talk about those flight cancellations. Here's Jim Talamonte.
Well, Amy and Dan, got more than 400 cancellations at O'Hare, plus additional delays. Midway now closing in on 100 canceled flights, plus delays. There's a crash involving a snowplow. It's been a while since we've said that. Milwaukee Avenue at Howard in Niles. The Edens is looking good. An earlier crash, Dundee is gone. The Kennedy, 22 minutes, O'Hare to downtown, outbound 21. The Ike, 35 minutes, Thorndale to the post office. Stevenson, 42 minutes, 3:55 to Lakeshore Drive. An earlier crash before Renwick Road. That's cleared. Ryan, 21 minutes, 95th to the Loop. I'm Jim Talamonte in the Alarm Detection Systems Traffic Center.
Hey, ChicagoRadioDeals.com wants you to take some time for yourself to relax, renew, recharge. And here's the perfect way to lower your stress level and bring balance to your life. Make a visit to the Primal Ocean Salt Cave in LaGrange. Your stress begins to disappear when you step into the pink Himalayan salt cave or float on a bed of water that envelops you in color and warmth. Make time for deep relaxation in the Aqua Massage bed or feel renewed with the Ionic Detox Foot Bath. Experience it all now with packages that include one salt cave session plus either one Aqua Massage or Aqua Escape session or the Ionic Detox Foot Bath. Normally $65 to $70, only $40 at ChicagoRadioDeals.com. Primal Ocean Salt Cave spa treatments are a great way to take a vacation from the everyday. Plus, you can stay fully clothed and dry the entire time. You'll love how calm and refreshed you'll feel. So if you haven't tried this yet, do it now. The Primal Ocean's deals are very limited. So book your spa appointment today by visiting ChicagoRadioDeals.com.
A great smile can make you feel happy and confident. So when you consciously conserve your teeth, that glowing smile will show through. At Best Dental Group, Doctors Economos, Gavalis, Joshi, and their staff are ready to help you create that perfect look or maintain